Hello, gamers. Welcome on in. And Retro, thank you so much for stopping by. Um, that's crazy that you found me through my Spotify playlist. It means a lot to me that you're stopping by. That's so cool. Thank you. And yeah, hello, Canty. Hello, Tibbs. Welcome. I hope y'all are having a great day. Oh, I thank you. Thank you so much. My eyes are kind of weird and don't stay open, but that's okay. um, but yeah, thank you all for stopping by. I appreciate it. I hope you had a good day, a good weekend. Um, I really wanted to stream on Saturday, but then I tried to stream, but it didn't go so well. So I had to end early. Um, and today or yesterday, I slept like shit and I had stuff to do, so I couldn't stream. Um, but today is the day. I hope today's the day that I can stream. I'm really hoping. Um, but yeah, it's good to see you all. Um, the weather where I am is still really hot, but and it's supposed to thunderstorm maybe, but no tornadoes. Knock on wood silently. Um, yeah, if you were here for last stream, I am sorry, but I'm gonna restart the game because Twitch was having issues, so there was like no one here. um, and we only played like 15 minutes of it. So we're gonna kind of speed run through the first puzzle. Puzzle. It's not that hard. Um, and then we're gonna keep on playing. So yeah. How about we hop over to the game scene? Here we go. Oh wait, I wanted to try a different scene for this game. I want to try this. See how we like it. I can always change back. I almost zoomed in on my face again. um Oh my god, yeah, the Twitch issues, a nightmare. When I was trying to stream on Saturday, I believe, they kept having so many outages, and so like you couldn't even tune into a stream, so I'm like, I'm just gonna sorry, I slapped my thigh. I'm just gonna not stream and try again in a couple days. So that's what we're doing now. Let's unmute the game, pause the music. Hence why you make YouTube videos now. That's fair. I hate video editing and I can't afford an editor, so here we are. I do Twitch. Yeah, we're gonna do a new game. Okay. I'll read this again. Dear Riley, if you're reading this, it means you won't see me again unless it's in the next life. I wish I could have told you everything. I don't know how much time I have, and there's still so much I have to do before I'm gone. This letter serves two purposes, to say goodbye and to bequeath you my house in Kensdale. This next part may be a mistake, and God's forgive me if it is. When you settle in, there's something in the attic I need to pass on to you. Look for a tape, but know that once you watch it, there's no turning back. Stay safe, my dear. With you always, Aunt Kate. Thank you, Aunt Kate. DaVinci Resolve 18 is free. Is that like an editing program? I have never heard of it. I may check it out. Okay. My sensitivity fucked again. I don't think so. Okay. So we got a lot of stuff that I don't have to do anything with yet, so... Hello, robot. It's just as good as Adobe's editor. Oh, damn. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, let's watch the first tape. I've done this part already.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Wooly.
Today we're going to make an apple pie.
My favorite is peach pie.
What's your favorite kind of pie?
Oh, I do love apple. I gotta say apple.
That sounds delicious.
Apple pie is so good.
We're going to make an apple pie. First,
I
we
want
need
apple
to cut
pie.
the apples. Do you know what we can use to cut the apples?
Why are my eyes not staying open? A knife!
Good job.
No!
We can use a sharp knife.
I don't think we're supposed to do that by ourselves.
It's always
Wooly,
good
you
to
pussy.
be brave when you're by yourself. Look, I'm a pirate.
Good lord.
That doesn't seem safe.
Okay, Willie, let's cut the apple. That was hard. We have almost everything we need to make our pie.
A
We
particularly
just need
annoying
some
orange.
sugar.
Hey, apple!
Do you know where we keep the
Hey,
sugar?
apple!
Is it in the pantry, the refrigerator, or the sink?
Okay, I fucked this up before because I didn't know where the pantry was. I didn't know where he was pointing to. It's right there.
Great! Let's make a pie. Can you smell the apples and cinnamon?
Yummy.
Okay, it's time to bake a
Oh,
pie.
strawberry rhubarb is pretty good
Preheat the
too.
oven to 425.
I don't think we should be using the oven by ourselves. We should always ask a parent to help.
I'm not sure where they are right now. We're on our own, Willie. First, preheat the oven to 425 degrees.
425.
Then put the apples into the pie tin. Now, put it in the oven and bake it for 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Our pie is ready! I can't wait to eat it!
Okay, I gotta remember
Let's have
425
some
at
pie.
40 minutes. Bye! On the floor. Why are there wires sticking out of this? Was it like that before? I don't remember. Yeet. This game is so spooks. I haven't played very much of it, and I've been trying... Oh wait, we gotta preheat it. I've been trying to avoid spoilers so that I can play it myself. Yeah, I wanna see what's up. Boop. 40. Oh wait, fuck! I forgot to 40 minutes. Bug. No, no. Stay there. There we go. Okay. It's fine. It's just a little bit of dirt. Don't hurt. Oh wait. 40 minutes. Boop. 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 Ayy. Ayy. I'm such a pro gamer. Okay. I've seen this tape, but I have not done the puzzle after it.
Hi, friends. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Wooly.
What do you like best about your neighborhood?
The weed man.
That's great! I like that there are so many friends in my neighborhood. Today, I want to send something special to my friend. First, I need to go to the store to buy them a card. Do you know where the store is?
This one.
Good job! Let's go to the store. Let's pick out a card. My friend helped me when I was sad. What kind of card should I send them?
This one.
Great! I found
I'm
the
so good at
perfect
this, you
card.
guys.
Time for the next errand. When friends do nice things, it's important to thank them. I want to get my friend a special treat.
Can I have a special treat?
I want to get my friend a special treat.
Poor
Where can
Wooly.
I buy a treat for my friend?
Bakery.
Good job.
A drug
Let's
dealer is
go
a person
get
in
that
your
treat.
neighborhood. The weed man is my special friend.
Mmm. Everything smells so good.
Forgot how fucked up the baker
I want to
looks.
buy my friend some cookies.
From Sesame Street,
Don't
yeah.
know where the cookies are?
Cookie.
Those look so tasty.
Yummy. I want cookies.
Stop in the neighborhood. The package is ready for my friend. They live pretty far from me, so we need to mail it.
Wow, it's getting late. Most of the stores are closed. We probably can't send that now.
Wooly, the
I
post
have to
office
send
is
this to
open.
my friend. It's time to go to the post office. Let's send this package to my friend. Their name is... Wait, I don't remember.
Should I?
Can you help me?
We can come back tomorrow. You don't have to send that now.
No, I have to send this to my friend. Help me. Who does the package need to go to?
I know the name, so should I put in the right name?
Great work!
Okay, it does
Now
work.
we can send this to my friend. I hope she likes
Kitty,
the
welcome on in. It's good to see you. Hello. I saw you were moving. I hope your move went well. It's very good to see you. Moving sucks, so I hope it wasn't too hard. Yeah, welcome on in, friend. It's so good to see you. Just got your internet back? Hell yeah. That's the most important thing you need. Just a few blocks away? Oh, that's good. That's very good. I'm glad to hear it. I think I know how to do this puzzle, but I haven't done it yet. A gamer. 5 minutes by car. Oh, that's awesome. So, like, you don't have to... Well, you probably do have to take a bunch of trips back and forth, but, like, that's not that bad. That's awesome. I'm happy for you, friend. Okay. Now I haven't done anything after that. So this is all new for me. So let's watch this next tape. Hi, Wooly.
It's you. Whatever you do, don't...
Huh?
Oh no! Wooly had
Aw.
an accident!
Poor Wooly.
Accident is when something bad happens, but it's not anybody's fault. Accidents can happen in your house, at school, at the playground. You can get hurt almost everywhere.
Help him.
3:45 this afternoon, we were playing
3:45.
and Wooly tripped and fell.
I didn't...
Where on Wooly does it look like he got hurt?
The knee?
That's right! Wooly hurt his knee. Who can help when you are hurting?
Hospital. Is that it? No.
I don't think they can help.
Amanda needs a kick in the ass. She needs to help Wooly, her friend. She needs to be a good friend. Amanda.
Don't you want to help Wooly?
I'm trying. Yeah, poor Wooly. Bandage. I spelled it wrong. Oh shit.
Why are you even here? Try again! You're almost there! I'm wasting my time, and I'm running out of patience.
Damn, she's pissed. Bullet? Oh no. Oh!
Let's take Wooly to the hospital to see
I tried to type bullet and it typed doctor for me.
What should we go into to find the right doctor to help Wooly?
This one?
get Wooly fixed up.
Amanda, this really hurts. When is the doctor going
The
to...
doctor isn't here right now. Let's see
Yeah,
how we
medic.
can help Wooly. Which tool can we use to check Wooly's injury? The heart monitor, the X-ray machine, or the scale?
The X-ray machine.
That's right.
Fuck
Now
yeah.
we can look at Wooly's bones.
Yeah, let's look at his bones. Oh, what was the time? Fuck. I might have to watch it again. Okay. Oh, shit. 3:45 was the first time. Sorry, I'm not very good at clocks. I never learned them in English in school. Okay, good. Well, now what? Hello? Why is it just going off now? Oh, this one? Did I fuck it up? Hello, Lyoko. Welcome on in. It's good to see you. Hope you're having a good day today. I'm struggling to figure out this puzzle. Do I have to go to this clock? Sorry, I need to move. Yeah, I hope you're having a good day today. Welcome, welcome. Is that it? No? What do you want from me? I don't... I'm gonna have to watch this tape again. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, it's you.
Hi, Wooly.
Don't...
Oh no! Wooly had an accident.
Oh, shit. Oh, I can
Accident is...
skip? Oh, knee.
That's right! Wooly hurt his knee. Who can help when you are hurting?
Doctor.
Let's take Wooly to the hospital to see a doctor.
Okay.
Which room should we go into to find the right
Oh,
doctor?
why didn't it work? Hold on. Hello, Tech. Welcome on in. You broke my Hannibal. Nah, I don't know what happened. Hold on.
Hannibal busted through.
Oh, there he is. He's a little late. Sorry about that. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, welcome on in. It's good to see you, friend. I hope you're doing well. I'm currently struggling. Oh, I'm currently struggling with puzzles.
Wooly.
Oh, what does that clock say? 6, 5, 10, 6:20.
Come on, let's get Wooly fixed up.
Amanda, this really hurts.
22:50.
The doctor isn't here right now. Let's see how
6:20
we can
and 22:50. Oh, right.
That's right. Now we can look at Wooly's...
Okay. I'm glad you can fast forward through that. There must be another clock besides this one then. Lido, hello. Welcome. It's good to see you, friend. I hope you're doing well. Wow. I'm currently struggling with puzzles. Oh, fuck, what was it? Oh, yeah. Shit, I need to go to 0 again. Is that it? No? Damn it. Glad I was able to make time for stream. Well, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going into this game pretty blind. But so far it's about us inheriting a house from our late aunt, and we are going through the attic and watching weird videotapes about a weird kids show and doing puzzles to get more tapes. So right now I'm doing the 3rd puzzle. Is it 625? No. And yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm doing. The cursor is very jumpstart. Yeah, there's an arrow behind me too. Let me move. Oh, you can see it through my wing. But yeah. I don't... What was the other time? Let's try... Oh. 22. What is that in English? You know what I mean. That is 10 p.m.? Yes. $10:50. Hey. Okay. So there must... Oh yeah, the grandfather clock. Oh, my brain is big. This one is... Oh gosh, how does this work? Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick. No? Okay, okay. Hold on. We need... Need another hand. Oh my god, there's a lot of noises. I need another hand for the clock. Bug. Will a plant help? It might help with the atmosphere. Let me put it right here. Perfect. Can I unplug the TV? No, I can't. Tick tock, tick tock. Hey, this changed. Oh, oh. It was right there. Oops. I couldn't read that paper. Catching up with Sam. I can't read that. I need this. My brain is so big. Did I drop the hand? I think I dropped it. Yeah, I did. There we go. We're gaming now. I should move this. Okay, note to self. We gotta check that bulletin board. Because there's stuff on it. Is that not right? No? Was it not 6:20? I think 6:20. 6:30? Why isn't it working? Yeah, it should work. Try this. I'm gonna have to watch the tape again. Sorry, everyone. Oh, I forgot I can't sprint. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
it's you.
Yeah,
What do you do?
it's me. Knee.
That's right! Willie hurt his knee.
Damn, that sucks. Okay. Doctor.
Let's take Willie to the hospital to see.
Yeah, 6:20. Is that not 6:20? Am I stupid? That is 6:20? Okay, I'm positive that's the one we need. And it's not working. $6:20 on hand clocks, not digital clocks. I'm using her grandfather clock.
Let's get Willie fixed up.
22:50. We did that one.
That's right. Now we can look at.
Okay. Why is this wrong? Perhaps there's more? Perhaps there is more. Turning the key. I can't. I click and it no work. Maybe if I click like right here? No. Can I open this? No. Swap the hands? Oh, that might work. Nope. Let me go back to the bulletin board. I'm lost. No, it just says TikTok. TikTok. Okay, let's try and read this. What if this helps? Oh, I can't fucking read that. What was that? Is that like a fly? Or am I seeing things? Oh, there's a little area back here. I found a peach. Or, is that a peach? I think so. I need to look this up. I'm sorry, everyone. I'll put the music back on. Is there another clock? Is there a fourth clock? Cause I did this clock. This clock I can't do anything else with. And this clock I also can't do anything else with. Peaches, peaches, peaches. There's another one? Oh my god, where? Guys, I'm sorry for being so stupid. Opposite oh, okay. Oh shit. You're right. I didn't even see this one. Thank you, Lito. I really do appreciate it. You're good? I'm glad to hear it. I'm struggling a little bit, but Lito has a huge brain. Oh, fuck yeah. Let's go. Let's go. God. Thank you, Lito. I really appreciate it. You're not stupid, you're adorable. Well, thank you, Retro. Thank you, thank you. Now what? That's a good point. Now what? Are the clocks done? Do I check over here? Was there another clock in the video? I'm fucked. No, they're all done. Usually it would reveal a tape. We already did a puzzle with the digital clock, so it's not letting me do anything else. Did the piano. Yeah, I'm wondering what to do with the grandfather clock. Oh, match the time to the other clocks. 5:15. Or are they all set to 5:15? Sneaky. Thank you guys for helping me. I'm not very smart. Bing bong. Bing bong. Oh. Oh. There's I don't like the sound of that. Arrows. Safe 826. Well, let's open the safe. If I can stay there. Where is the safe? 5 for gore. Wish I could turn the brightness up. Oh well, let's just watch the tape. Yep. Boop. Alright, let's do this, gamers.
And I'm Amanda.
And I'm Wooly.
It's such a nice day for a picnic. What's your favorite food to eat at a picnic?
Oh, I love picnics. I will.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't like that at all.
I didn't even answer.
Amanda, what's that smell? I've never smelled anything like that.
I don't know, Wooly.
Stank ass?
Right, it's a bad smell. What do you think is making that bad smell?
Ass. Wooly. Wooly has a stank ass. Oh, I have to point it out. Wooly. No? Is it this? What can I can only click on the food. It's the apples.
Oh, that looks fine.
Okay. Is it this?
You're right.
What is that even?
This sandwich is
Oh,
sticky
gross.
because it's rotting.
Yucky.
This tree stump is rotting too. Do you know why? Things
'Cause it's
rot when
old.
They are not alive anymore.
Oh.
Do you know what the opposite of alive is?
Unalive. This is TikTok. I'm just kidding. Dead.
That's right. The tree stump is dead.
Oh shit, I haven't been paying
Dead is
attention to
opposite
anything.
Of alive. Good job. Plants can die if they don't get enough light or water.
Why is she behind me?
They get a disease.
Sounds like she's behind me.
Back to our nice picnic.
Animals can die in different ways
Oh,
too.
oof.
Look at
Oh,
poor
God,
Mr.
there's-
Fox. He is dead and rotting. What do you think killed him? the gun, the knife,
Your stupid
or the
attitude,
poisonous
Amanda.
arrow
True.
on this bush?
Yeah, just a whole ass gun. It was woolly. I think it looks like a gun.
I think that was it.
The berries?
No, it wasn't that. Look at his funny tongue. He's silly. What killed him?
A knife.
Wouldn't it be nice if he could tell us? Mr. Fox, what made you die?
What the hell? Just straight up a gun laying there. You? I clicked everything.
It was the ugly old bear trap.
Oh shit.
Mr. Fox didn't even know what got him until it was too late.
Dora got really
It's gone too
spooky.
far. I don't like this.
We saw so many things today. A riding sandwich, a riding tree stump, and silly old riding Mr. Fox.
Hmm.
Sometimes I feel myself rotting. But it feels far away.
Amanda,
Nothing is rotten in here.
Girl.
What do you think?
go talk
You
to someone.
think that everything rots?
Of course not, Amanda.
I'm not asking you. Answer my question.
Poor
You don't have to
Wooly.
answer that.
What? I don't know what she said. Hog.
Why
Gers.
won't you answer my question?
Because I don't know what you asked me, to be honest with you. Did she say, do you think everything rots? I don't remember what the question was. I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
You have to tell me.
Amanda.
Don't you want to be my friend? Please, answer my question.
Yes.
I think it might be too late.
It was if everything rots. What was that? Oh god, why did it make me turn around? Oh my god, I'm walking. I'm leaning. Oh, what is that? Okay. I guess that's the end. I thought this game was longer. Is it because I didn't answer the question? It typed in the answer for me. It typed in yes for me. Can I continue? What happens if I continue? Is this just the start of the game? Like, we didn't... I wonder if I can open the safe now, because I know the password. No, other way. Okay, whatever. Oh, there we go. I see. What's in here? What is this? A ring? What is that? Can't tell. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a lot of endings. Ooh, I like games like that. Oh, too far. Red, orange, blue, beige, potato, lilac, yellow, purple. Can't read the end. And what do we do with this? Does it need batteries? Ah. Do not get Blabot wet. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I need to adjust in the chair. Oh, I got really tiny. I'm gonna play around a little bit longer, and then I think we'll take a quick break. Oops. There's so much stuff. And like, what is this for? What was that noise? Oh, is it like one of those animal noise things? It must be. Can I get mouse trapped? No. Oh, what's in here? Oh shit, another one. I have no idea what the password for that would be. Wrong button. We gotta open that chest. Shit, dude. Um, What's in here? Oh, another password. There's so many. Sorry, I keep pressing escape. There's so many things. I think it restarted the game. I have a mushroom. Mushroom. Yeah, I think it's the start of the game again. That's really hard for me to read, so. Oh, oh. This is the rest of this. I see. I wish I could zoom in. I can't read these. Yippee! I figured something out. Yippee! Yippee jump scare. Yeah, a little bit. I don't see... I don't see anything that would be a code. And I have no idea what this is for. I'm confusion. You know what? I think I'll take a break now because I need to use the bat room. And we'll sit on this for a little bit. And excuse me, I had a hiccup. We'll marinate our brains on this for a little, and then we'll come back and try and solve some puzzle. So yeah, let's take a quick break with some words on stream. Yeah, I hope y'all have a good break. Thank you so much for being here so far. Yeah, we're gonna play a quick game. Oh, what's going on? Stream Deck. Alrighty. Take care, everyone. Go get a snack and get a drink. And we'll meet back here in a bit. BRB. Hello, gamers. Welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking around during the break. I really appreciate it. I hope you had a good break. I hope you got a snack and ate some food. So, not much. Just had a wee bit of the wacky tobacco. And now we're gonna get into the game. I'm gonna try to find some more endings because I really like stuff with multiple endings. And yeah, and then I'm not sure how much longer I'll go for, or if I'll switch to something else. I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited to keep gaming. Gaming. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do the first puzzle. Is this the first tape? Yeah, this is the first tape. So it put us back to the beginning. I'm gonna skip. Oh shit, this is my favorite pie. I think I put apple.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Today we're going.
A knife!
Good job. We can use a sharp knife.
I don't think we're supposed to do that by ourselves.
It's always
Shut up.
good to be.
Shut up, Wooly.
Great. Let's make a pie. Can you smell the apple?
I want pie. What if we do this? Will I get in trouble? What if we do this? Boop. Oh. We got an orange tape. Nickelodeon. I hope it's SpongeBob. You think it's SpongeBob? I hope it's SpongeBob.
Where's the birthday girl?
Oh shit.
My mom holds my treat money.
Well,
Come on, Lauren, we have a special surprise for you.
Okay, here's what I have.
Who's ready for ice cream and cake?
She's busy with her best friend.
Is that show on 24/7?
It's like she didn't even hear me.
And we need to talk about some new TV rules. You know what? Hold on. Let me try. I want to capture the big surprise on video. Lauren, honey, we got cake and ice cream. We got your favorite, mint chocolate chip.
Come on, baby. We can
yummy.
watch Amanda another time.
it's so much fun
Lauren?
to buy your own.
Everything okay?
Lauren?
Lauren?
I love mint chocolate chip.
Well, that's fucking spooky. I don't want to turn around. Okay. Hi, Lito. Welcome back. Good to see you, friend. Hold on, actually. I need to clear my throat. Okay. I think we're good. I need to drink more water. It's fucking hot out. Like, severely. Hold on, what if I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but where's that mouse trap? Nothing. That thunder kind of scared me, though. Okay, what if we bake a mushroom pie? Nothing. Okay, I guess we gotta bake an apple pie. Nope. Get on there. Good enough. Okay, apple. Boop. Yippee! Hydrate. I will do that once I get this tape in. Boop. Okay. Thank you for the hydrate, Lido. I appreciate it. You get the mouse out of the screen.
Hi, friends. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Wooly.
What do you like best about your neighborhood? That's great. I like that there are so many.
Sorry,
friends in
Amanda.
my
I was drinking
neighborhood.
water.
Today, I want to send something special to my friend.
Poor parents losing their kid to the show, only to lose her as soon as their back is turned on her birthday.
You
Yeah.
know where the store is?
Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, that's pretty freaky.
Good job. Let's go to the store.
Yeah,
Let's pick
CBF,
out a
that's,
card. My friend
oh
helped me
shit,
when
this is
I
the
was
code.
sad. What kind of card should I send them?
150325. Okay.
Great! I found the perfect.
150325. Thank you, Lido.
Good job.
Appreciated.
Let's go get that treat.
Let's go. Let's get it, girl.
Everything smells so good.
Cookies.
Those look so tasty.
I want cookies. Okay.
Great work! Now we can send this to my friend. I hope she likes.
Okay. Okay. We need to try that number on this thing. 150325. Oops, I pressed the wrong number. Oh wait, we need batteries for it first. Shit. No, I need to take the... I need batteries! Where would I find batteries? Hmm. Batteries, batteries, batteries. Already been over here. Title is words on stream. Huh? Oh, damn. Thank you, Canty. Thank you for the reminder. I thought I updated it, but I guess it didn't work. Still says words on stream. What the hell? I just typed Amanda instead of Amanda. It's good now? Okay, cool. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. I did update it before I unmuted, but I guess it didn't fucking work. Thanks, OBS. Everyone say thanks, OBS. Sorry, I gotta wait for something to load before I continue. Thanks, OBS. Danke. Okay, we good? We are good. Boop, boop. Oh, God. Hold on. I just heard my own voice echo. And it scared the shit out of me. Okay. Thank you, OBS. Very cool. Oh, is this a battery? Is this what this is? Oh, hold on. I can't tell. That's the top of... It looks like a button. Put that right there for now. Batteries, batteries, batteries. I don't know. I'll just do this puzzle. Do 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 do. Boop. Maybe we'll get batteries eventually. Okay, this one we had to replay like 400 times because I'm not smart.
Right. Willie hurt his knee. Who can help
So I'll
when
just
you are hurt?
fast forward. Doctor. Fuck.
I think they can help.
I fucked that one up. Ignore that.
Let's take
Ignore
Willie to the
that.
hospital.
Oh fuck, what were Doc got an Isekai Suicide Squad anime, what the hell? Yeah, I just did the piano thing. I'm the piano man. Okay. This clock is 6:50.
Come on, let's get Willie fixed.
22:50. This one.
That's right. Now we can look at Willie's bone.
I've played this part already, so but for other things, I think I'll ask for tips if I need them, but thank you for asking. Okay. 6:20, 10:50, and this one is 3:45, I'm pretty sure. Boop, 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 boop. Yep. Okay, and this one is 10:50. Yeah. I'm stuck on the same ending? Oh, fuck. Okay, I will ask one question then. Where do I find the batteries for this thing? Where are his batteries? The doll? It's a flower. You need to kill the doll? Can I pick her up? No. The doll has something for me. I'll give her a mushroom. Where did I put the mushroom? Oh, it's on the floor. Does she want a mushroom? What is that? Oh. Oh, the flower. Does she want a flower?
Thank you.
Oh,
That's
good.
not my favorite flower.
Jump scare. Did you unlock the safe? I did. This movie gives you the code to the chest. This is confusing. Yeah, I did get the... Where the fuck did I put that button? Unless it respawned. Yeah, I did get a pause button. Man, this game is too much for my little brain. Where's the fucking safe? Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I'm sorry, everyone. Is the safe gone? Or am I totally blind? We have that right there. I don't need it right now. Well, I do, but... Do I have to start the game over? I progressed too far in the bad route. Damn it. How's it going, gamers? It's going pretty good. How are you doing, Cryptid Code? Welcome on in. It's good to see you. I am going to restart the game. Okay. You're at work? I hope work goes well. Yeah, good luck at work. I believe in you. Okay. Oh, here we are. Okay. Thought the flower would have resulted in you getting a gift. No, she said it wasn't her favorite flower, so I couldn't do anything. Yeah, happy belated Pride Month. It's always Pride Month here. We always gay here. This goes on the TV? Oh. Needs to be a specific flower? Okay. Okay. Now I can pause the movies. Okay. I see. Thank you. I do appreciate the help. Okay.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Wooly.
Today we're going to make an apple
I think
pie.
there are 12 movies? God damn.
What's your favorite kind of pie?
Apple. No, I have to spell it right. Okay.
That sounds delicious. Today we're going to make an apple pie.
I did
First, we
notice
need to cut the
something on the
apples.
fridge
Do you know
during
what
this
we can
one.
use to cut the apples?
5 Easter egg background movies. God damn.
Good job.
Okay, right there. Right there. It says to pause. Yeah? Yeah, I'm doing something. Let's go. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Okay, hold on. I need to look at the screen again. I don't know what to do. It just said to pause. Oh. Oh. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oopsies. Huh. Meat pie. Interesting. Thank you, Buns. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the help. Meat, potato, and mushrooms. This is cheese. Oh no. I think I know what to do with the cheese. Is that what we have to do with the cheese? I'm not very smart, so that's the thing. There we go. Oh yeah. Write down the name of the director of the movie. Damn, this game is fucking complicated. Okay. We have some meat. Delicious. Potato. Mushroom. Mushroom dance. Mushroom dance. Mushroom. And potato. This says potato on it. What does that mean? Thinking time. Wow, my computer's really hot. This game isn't that intensive. It's okay, baby. She gets all sassy. That's funny. Oh. Oh. I didn't even notice these before. This is potato. I need to grow the potato. I grow it in the water. Yes! My brain is absolutely massive right now. No, not upside down. Can I pick it? I guess not. Mushroom, meat, potato. 5.25 for 50 minutes. That's a lot for a long time. Hey, I got an achievement. Yippee! Okay. Brr, 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 brr. Okay.
Hi there, I'm Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
I'm Wooly. Amanda, maybe some of our friends can come back to the neighborhood?
That's great. I like that there are so many friends in my neighborhood. Today, I want to send something special to my friend. First, I need to go to the store to buy them a card. Do you know where the store is?
Yes!
Good job. Let's go to the store. Let's pick out a card. My friend.
Oh, fuck.
Bad.
Fuck. The notes. The musical notes. I paused too late.
What kind of card?
Oh no. Okay, we're good. I can't read music. This just in. I cannot read musical notes. Notes is for another path branch? Okay. Should I just not worry about it? Sorry for my loud creaky chair, by the way. I can't do anything about it. I have tried. Continue this path and come back. That's what I'm gonna do. That sounds like a good plan. This one.
That's not the right card.
No? Oh, something bad happened. This card.
We want this.
No?
I think Amanda is confused. Here's a secret. It's my birthday.
Oh!
We can help her out.
Birthday
Are
card!
you sure that's right?
Happy birthday, Wooly!
Looks like it. I bet your friend is really going to love this card.
My friend is my friend.
What happened to your friend?
My friend is having a birthday. I want
Yippee!
to get my friend a special treat. Where can I buy get them some nice candy. Do you know where the candy store is?
Here.
Wait! What? Why did you do that?
Oh.
Oh, I can't find the candy store.
Oh, shit.
I don't know where to go. Can you help me?
That's really cool. I really like games that do that.
Don't do that!
Damn. Okay.
Don't want to go there.
Well, we have to go there, Amanda. I'm sorry.
I said I don't want to go in there!
Damn. Okay. Who needs Spider-Verse when you got this? For real.
Why? This is happening!
Can I click on anything else? It doesn't seem like it.
No! Why can't I stop it?
This isn't the candy store.
There is nothing here that I want.
Maybe you can take us someplace else?
I want to get my friend a special treat.
How about these dancing guys back here? I like them. Time for the meats. This one.
Let me out of here!
Oh, Amanda. That's
Ah, shit.
that's a nice birthday card. Do you want to give it to your friend now?
Will you address the card? Who should I send this to?
Wooly.
Oh, Wooly, it's your birthday!
Happy birthday, Wooly. You get meat. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to shit in that video. Oh, God, what do we do here? Where we went, we tried to... You took me. Bruh, I don't know what the fuck to do. Oh. Oh, I have to select them in a certain order. You never saw this? Oh. Interesting. Went there, and there, and there. The person you played with did the secret on the piano and did skip the rest of the video. Oh, interesting. Okay, first we went to the store, then the candy, and then meat. This is very abstract. Oh, okay. I think I understand. Maybe? You got the code. Oh, that's what that is. Interesting. Okay. Code to a lock. There are several locks in here. Is it this one? Let's try it. Hey, gamer. Oh, we got another tape. Skip the puzzle. Got the scissors early, so we already had the batteries. Oh, I see. Oh, she's gone. Oh no. Oh no. Should I watch the tape first? What does that say? What is a family? I think. Yeah. Throw that on there. What's the symbol? Okay, I don't actually know the name of that one. But I'll recognize it when I see it. Let me throw all these pots on the ground. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Where's the fucking doll? Where are you, scary doll? Oh god. Did they just... What is happening? Where'd me scissors go? She hecked off? Oh, I did it too late? Damn. Okay. Prevent them from getting stuck. Okay. I'm gonna watch the movie. Movie time. The doll said, "Not today." Yes. Yes.
Hi, friends. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Wooly. Bah.
Bah.
Wooly made an animal sound. He said bah because he is a sheep.
True.
You make a sound like a sheep?
Yippee!
That's great. You sound just like Wooly.
Wow, yeah. You sound just like me.
Oh, fug. Too real.
At a petting zoo.
Too real for me.
There are lots of animals here to pet and play with. It's fun to spend
Good
time
secrets
with
here.
them.
Pot. Oh no. Did I miss it?
They are very different.
I'll get it. I'll get it next
They
time.
look different. And they don't talk
Sorry,
like
Buns. Oh, I'm still scared.
Amanda, I'm an animal.
Delay is real. Yeah.
Animals don't talk, silly. Look at these signs. Let's make sounds like the animals on the signs. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
A goat says, meh, meh. A chicken says, a pig
Ah!
says,
Oh my goodness. Behold a cute moth. Hello, Demo. Welcome on in, friend. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Oh my god, 21 months? That's crazy. That's crazy, Demo. Thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate it. Welcome on in, friend. Nyan Cat Love, hello. Welcome on in. It's good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome in, everyone. If you're just tuning in, we're playing some Amanda the Adventurer. Getting those secrets. Using my brain. And yeah, I'm having a good time. So thank you all so much for being here. Hope you're having an awesome day today. Welcome, welcome. Oh god. I was gonna make a joke about the pig and then I forgot. Nyan Catlove, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Oh my goodness. I was gonna make a pig joke, but then it scared me.
fun. Animals make funny sounds. Do you have
Yeah,
a
you have the
family?
right to remain silent.
Animals have families too.
Real.
Let's go see one of the animal families. I want to see the chicken. Can you show me where the chickens are?
Chicken.
Great! Let's go see the silly chicken.
What a cute bib. Ah.
Having a family is nice.
Oh god, the eyes.
Mommy chicken and baby chickens, and I see a daddy chicken. Look at the chickens. Do you know what the daddy is called?
A rooster. I'll enter that in a second. I do like furries. I am a furry. So I hope I like furries. Nah. But yeah, this is a furry safe zone. I love furries. Hee-hoo. Rooster.
The daddy is called a rooster. The mommy is a hen, and the babies are chicks. Some mommies eat their babies.
Yeah, welcome on in. Oh shit!
Yum. Okay, let's go see some more
Uh-oh.
families. Where should we go next? I think it's time to visit the sheep. Can
Why does
you
the barn
tell
look
me
like it's
where
gonna
we can
explode?
find the sheep?
Can I click on Wooly? No. Right here.
Okay, let's go! Look at the nice sheep family. All the sheep are right where they belong.
Oh god. Oh fuck, pause! I gotta pause. Okay. You love furries? Awesome. You're in the right place. Chickens love cannibalism so much you have to buy a spray to deter it. I have actually seen that. I think it's really funny. There, I got it, Buns. I paused. I did it. I think. Hell yeah. This is a movie you need the director's name for to do the Easter egg true ending tape. Huh. I'm gonna watch the tape again, because I am a little confused. Or I'm gonna continue it. How old am I? I am 24. Can't do the puzzle until restarting the vid. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm 24.
Hi, little kitten. Where is your family?
Oh no.
It looks like this kitten is all by herself.
I'm hovering over the
How do you
pause.
think she feels?
We got a pause here. Have a good lurk. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you. Not here? Okay. Sad. Sage. I can't spell. Lonely? No. Alone.
Kitten is alone. Will you help the lonely kitten?
Yes. Hello? Amanda, you good? You look like a Danganronpa character, honey. Okay, I need to watch this again. Oops. Get over here. Get over here.
Hi, friends. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Wooly. Bye.
Wooly just
This
made an
one
animal
is
sound.
confusing.
He said baa because he is a sheep. Can you make a sound like a sheep?
No.
That's great. You sound just like Wooly.
Ah yes, I gotta pause. Thank you,
Wow,
Buns.
Yeah. You sound just like me.
Okay. I paused. Now what? Oh, wrong button. Oh, it just... Do I have to do it again? Sheep. Gotta pause each warning. Okay.
At a petting zoo. There are lots of animals here to pet and play with. It's fun to spend time with animals. They are very
I'm focusing
different
so
from
hard right
people.
now.
They look different and they don't talk like people.
Amanda, I'm an animal, and
Animals don't talk, silly.
Yeah, the sheep goes, how dare you?
Let's make sounds like the animals
The sheep
on
goes,
the sign.
actually.
Are you ready? A goat says, meh, meh. A chicken says,
Buck, 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 buck.
a pig says, like, fun! Animals make funny sounds. Do you have a family? Animals have families too. Let's go see one of the animal families. I want to see the
Amanda
chickens.
looks like a skunk. I don't know about that.
Chickens are?
Guidance Goblin needs to head off and get lunch. Have a good lunch. I hope you have some yummy food. And
Let's go
yeah,
see
thank you so
those
much for stopping by.
chickens.
And thank you so much for all the help. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I haven't clicked on the wrong ones yet. Maybe I'll try and do that next time if I can. Mickey Mouse rule going on for her. Interesting.
what a cute baby.
Having a family is nice. I see a mommy chicken and baby chicken.
God, the barn has
and
fucking
I
seen
see-
some shit.
I see a daddy chicken. Look at the chickens. Do you know?
Secret? Do a big think? Big think? Big think. Oh, I'm thinking so hard right now. Fuck. When she asks the question, big think. The barn took one extra bite of the edible. Me! That's so matcha coded. Fuck, I don't know. I don't know. I'm running out of brain power. It's so hot in here. I'm gonna have to end the stream
What the
soon.
daddy is called?
Oh, shit. What is the dad? Is it something inappropriate? Thank you for the pets demo. 200 milligrams. What is her daddy called? The director is... Oh, fuck. I don't know. I didn't write it down. What is it? Can someone tell me? Please? Please and thank you. Is my voice mod working? Hold on, I need to press a button real quick. Ah, damn it. My soundboards isn't working. Yeah, it's Rooster, but we're doing an Easter egg right now. Oh, I disappeared. Yeah, if we want to do it the right way, it's Rooster, but yeah, we're gonna get a secret. Sam or Samuel? Isn't the last name? Or is that the last name? Peekabat? Yeah, that's me when I go back like this. Oh no, it's not far enough. Colton? I'll try Colton. No, I'll try Samuel.
Wait,
What? Oh?
did you say?
Oh, it's just Sam. Thank you, Cryptid.
We go next. I think it's time to visit
Oh.
the sheep. Can you tell me where we can find the sheep?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, let's click on the wrong one.
Ew, I don't want to see those. They're scary.
Rude. I love snakes.
Okay,
Hi, Wooly. Okay. Snacks are cute. You needed to pause when she got all confused. Ah, I see. Oh! Now there's a tape here. Oh, it didn't work. Yay, a tape! Snakes are so cool. I love them. Return to sheep. God, I wish. Me VTubing. Return to bat. Yeah, whatever. Let's, it's almost time for me to end. So I'm gonna continue this. Maybe I paused too early. No, let's try one more time. Don't have to worry about a job or the economy. True. I wish I didn't have to worry about that shit. Okay, we'll watch this next orange tape.
Hi, little kitten. Where is your family?
Yeah, just bat. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm gonna watch the next tape, the orange one that we just got, and then I think I will save and quit.
Kitten is all by herself. How do you think she feels?
Alone. Alone.
Kitten is
Oh, the barn looks fine now. His edible wore off.
You help the lonely kitten.
Sam.
Please help the economy.
Oh, that pissed her off real good. Yeah, sure. Danganronpa character time. Meh. Okay, get that shit out of here. We only fuck with the Nickelodeon tapes. Yep. Yeah, after this tape, I'm gonna end for the day.
Where's the birthday girl?
Oh, is this the same one? Because I said Sam, it skipped the tornado warning. Oops.
Come on, Lauren, we have a special surprise for you.
That's fine. I'll continue this the next time that I
Ready
stream.
for ice cream and cake?
She's busy with her best friend.
Is this different?
24/7.
It's like she didn't even hear me.
And we need to talk about some new TV rules. You know what? Hold on. Let me try. I wanna capture the big surprise on video. Lauren, honey, we got cake and ice cream. We got your favorite mint chocolate chip.
Come on, baby, we
Yummy,
can watch
yummy.
Amanda another time.
So much fun.
Lauren?
Buy your own.
Everything okay?
Lauren?
Lauren?
I love mint chocolate chip.
Okay, so it's the same one we saw before. Let me pull this thing one more time. Okay, I see. I don't see. I don't see. We're gonna quit the title. Okay. Boop boop boop. Boop 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 boop. Yeah, make sure to stick around for the raid. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming. Let me mute the game. Oh god, I'm trapped. Hold on, let's quit. And mute. Boop boop boop. Bear with me. Boop boop boop. Music's really quiet. Welcome back. Unfortunately, we're just about to end. But thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, there we go. It's a little delayed sometimes. Alrighty. Let's look for someone to raid. Earwiggle. Hee-hoo. Oh, there's like no one online right now. Hey, look at all those earwiggles. Let's see what this person's doing. Make sure they're not ending before I raid them. Oh, I got an ad. Hold, please. Have a good lurk. League of Legends Coca-Cola ad. Nah. Okay. Here's the raid messages, so copy and paste whichever one works for you. And yeah, it looks like this person isn't ending. Okay. So we're gonna do a raid. I'm really bad at spelling today. Alrighty. So copy and paste whichever raid message applies to you, and we're gonna go raid Strawberry. So yeah, thank you all so much for coming. I had a lot of fun, had a great time playing some Amanda the Adventurer. And yeah, I hope to see y'all again next time I stream. I'm not sure when that is, but make sure to check out my Discord. I can't spell. Follow my Tumblr because Twitter sucks shit. And yeah, I guess you can follow my Twitter. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.